Today someone agreed with me on my YouTube channel about the content of a video and then had to drop a little chestnut that screams at the top of a person's lungs, I don't look up stuff. On Twitter, under George Soros, or just mentioning him, there are mentions of the Ukraine. A lot of time just responses to him asking him to comment on the Ukraine over the years. There's 17 tweets. At all. Some are others replies to Soros only. He's not talking about it. The majority and or multiple mentions were only after Russia launched a large-scale invasion of the Ukraine February 24th, 2022. Before this year, 1 or 2 mentions of the Ukraine per year maximum by Soros existed. 2022 references, I'm going to list just 2 of them, and honestly they're single threads with everybody commenting in there and him commenting back, or him just posting a long diatribe. He's angry about an invasion by the Russian government. 2018 I found 1 mention, 2017 another mention, 2016 another mention, 2015 there were 2 mentions. One of them is listed only as a reference to mobiletwitter.com, and the status ends in 7984. Someone decided to, quote, mention on my channel, George Soros tweets a lot about the Ukraine. Yeah, after an invasion by one country of another country that's disruptive to the entirety of the European Union, Europe, and is the largest scale potential war since the Second World War, he made a comment, several of them. You can pretty much just look at the top 2 links I have there and find most of it. Most of the 17 comments he's ever done have been in literally a 2-day period of time. And I'm pretty sure because it was around midnight for some of them probably, it was 1 day. This is 100% factual. When anybody prefaces everything they do by wrapping themselves in a flag, the blood of Christ, claiming to be a patriot, saying 100% can't debunk it, I immediately assume they're full of shit. But I figured, okay, I'll look this up. If anybody's not aware of the undercurrent, I'll just say it. People don't like Soros because he's a fairly annoying person sometimes. And because of his heritage. People will bring that up only if they want to be outed for the real reason they fixate on him. Like the Koch brothers are fixated on for a specific set of reasons. Or Monsanto. Or anything else you do that will get you a hashtag and a page view. On Parler, this person's called Truth is Treason since 2020, June 28th. And Sean Surfin 2 since 2006 on YouTube, a vid poster since 2010. This individual has also stated that essentially that YouTube is a censorship platform and has posted less than half a dozen videos, and it doesn't appear that any of them have been censored. The individual came to my channel complaining that someone that I was outing for being full of shit was also censoring him anytime he posted this, because they said saying Soros tweets a lot about the Ukraine isn't true. Because it isn't. That's it. If you only noticed, for some reason, Soros being a pain in the butt on the internet recently, you haven't been on the internet long enough, he'll state his opinion along with lots of other people related to him and talk smack and or just stick his opinion out there where it may be not wanted. Okay, fine. That's what I do and everybody else does. The reason for fixating on him is his heritage. The claim that he had, at one time I had to debunk the idea that he was a collaborator with the Nazis. He wasn't, nor was his dad. So, the YouTube channel in reference here that's on Parler to escape the censorship on YouTube that apparently hasn't affected this person's YouTube videos, because you can look through archives and see that, no, you haven't been censored recently. Excuse me, the purge was last month and nothing got taken down from your site apparently. Because 2019 and back, we have the same content. If you're being told on YouTube channels not to post things that are simply not true, stop doing it. Why fixate on this? Next, I do want to point out this individual, if you want to look at the Parler account, which I'm going to leave an archived link down below in the description, way down on the bottom, you can see what this person's biases might be. Anybody who says that, it mentions truth, treason, hell with Hillary or whatever, anybody who does these red flags is asking to have them pointed out. Next, truth is treason. Why did you post this without checking on it? It's simply not true. So how about we try this? It's not eating crow. It's a good turkey dinner. Post underneath your comment that you were simply wrong and that Soros has done nothing wrong concerning the subject, and that there's no evidence that you ever had that he posts, quote-unquote, a lot about this on Twitter. 17 posts on Twitter isn't jack shit. On Twitter, George Soros shows 17 tweets and or mentions of the Ukraine, period, full stop, and that's doing a couple of different search engines. I'm sure it could balloon up, but none of them happened until the Ukraine was invaded by Russia. I think his primary problem may be with Russia, not the Ukraine, not fixating on it. This looks suspicious. Let's put parentheses around everybody's name now. If you do things that scream at the top of the internet's lungs that you're an anti-Semite, you're going to be called that. I'm not assuming this. But all you have to do is state a fact, even if your tongue bursts into flames. Some of you know where that joke comes from. Underneath your comment, you must state that you were simply wrong, mistaken, or misled, whichever it is, about Soros fixating on the Ukraine or this specific incident, or doing, quote-unquote, a lot of tweets. Now, if he has a Facebook posting or something like that, that's not a tweet, but you might have mistaken it that way. Then state exactly what this is. Or don't defend your position and acknowledge that, at least on Twitter, it's 17 posts or maybe 24. And again, 2015, 2 postings. The other years, 1 posting each, maybe. I don't think Soros cares about the Ukraine, and honestly, that's the next point. I don't think he's championing anybody here. It's Soros is for Soros. He does his activities by dumping money into projects that he wants to do to manipulate the world. Like make poor people less often happening, not by exterminating them, but making them less likely to be poor. Housing, medical subjects. He's like Bill Gates, trying to buy his way into heaven. For all of the financial shit he's done to this world, just like every other rich person. Like the Koch brothers, they don't really try to make anything better. They just make shit worse, in my opinion. But lying about anybody is bad. Reposting a lie that when you've been lied to, if you repost a lie, you should be angry with the person who lied to you, not the person who pointed out you were lied to. Please don't repost things that are non-factual anywhere. I'm not going to censor you on the channel until you either yay or nay, I'm going to respond to this. If by the time I posted this video, you've already tried to double down and defend your position when it has no merit, I'm going to delete your comment. If, however, you come back and say, I'm sorry I said tweets, he's commenting a lot about this on Facebook or whatever, and it goes back years. Okay, well, I'll check that claim. All I had to do was know the Google foo to do this. You go onto Google or whatever in the search function and you put in site:/twitter.com/George Soros as one word and then a space in the Ukraine. You can also put it in without the slash so it looks on Twitter for any mentions of George Soros and Ukraine close together. And again, most of those are going to be people replying to him or asking him to comment on the Ukraine. He posted 17 times, maybe. And honestly, most of them just lead to someone making a comment back at him. He didn't mention a damn thing. But we'll give you 1 comment per year, let's say. And in the year that the Ukraine was invaded by Russia, which is a dangerous, destabilizing, potential World War level kind of shitbag thing to do, yeah, he commented a lot in what appears to be a 24-hour period. What was your point? Either defend it, which may not work out well, or explain how I'm wrong, which is fine, or whatever. Next, try posting on YouTube with the rest of us and fight the good fight. The more they censor us, the more they call attention to the censorship. And again, none of your videos appear to be censored, only you posting comments. And if you post comments like this, you said this comment was censored on a channel that's run by a complete shitbag. When the shitbags are telling you that you're wrong about something, or you're lying, or repeating a lie, which is most like what happened here, stop reposting non-factual data. It's becoming dangerous. It's called propaganda. It's also at one time called treason. Ironically, truth is treason is your moniker. Sean Surfin, too, might have been a better name to keep up with. Please don't preface your existence by trying to defend your position when it's indefensible. And I won't either. And again, I can be totally wrong. Please tell me where you got this information from and whether it was factual, or just acknowledge that at least this claim was never true. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.